Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome to Tuesdays with Jack number two. Second week in a row. I actually wasn't planning on recording today. I had nothing planned, so I didn't really want to record because I figured why record a boring day. But then I was talking to my roommate Kaylee, and she said to me, "Jack, why don't you just talk about?" Sorry, I'm adjusting my camera. Why don't you talk about the crazy stuff you've done this week? So I figured I would start using these as kind of story times as well as if I actually have something planned, then I'll do it. But yeah. So I'm just gonna start off with the stories. Um, so let's get going. Okay, so it is Tuesday, April 1st. It's April Fool's Day. So happy April Fool's Day, everybody. I had no pranks planned today because my roommates would have been mad. So I decided not to die. So I'm just gonna be telling stories instead. We're gonna start off with last Thursday. Because I need to do this one so I can see. Ow. I have glasses now. You can see I wear glasses. I haven't worn glasses before. I'm 20 and I just got them. My prescription isn't crazy, but I got headaches a lot. So these have really helped and I can actually see everything clearly now. I'm excited. They came in on Thursday and I've been wearing them pretty much every day since. Um yeah. So that's the first thing that happened. Okay. So since it's April Fool's Day, I also thought I would throw some pranks in here. Prank idea number 1. If you have roommates who are very particular about their stuff, rearrange their entire room, flip everything. That would be really funny. Or just tell them that you moved something but you didn't actually do it. That would be funny. Yeah. Prank idea number 2. This one's an absolute classic. Some of you guys have probably done this one before. Ketchup packets under the toilet seat. That would be really funny. Um, I've always wanted to do that actually, and I think it would be really funny. Prank idea number 3. You've all probably seen this one before. The fake either like hot dog or carrot that you cut your finger off. That one's really funny. I always think that one's hilarious. Um, Number 4, you take their water bottle and put it in the freezer so that their water's just you take all of their water bottles. So if there's somebody that drinks out of plastic water bottles, you put all of them in the freezer. So all of their water is frozen. That's only funny if the person doesn't do this already, but I think it's a good one nonetheless. Prank number 5. You change the lock screen on all of their devices. You get somebody who knows their password to give you the password, and then you go on and change all of their stuff. Really funny. That's a good one. I'm gonna save that one for next year. Actually, don't use that one. That one's mine. Girls, if you're watching this, you didn't hear that. I'm not gonna do that. I promise. I'm gonna do that. Prank idea number, I think I lost track, 5 or 6 maybe. Prank idea. You take one of their pillows. If there's somebody that has a lot of pillows, this one will work even better. You exchange it for an actual sack of potatoes. I don't know why I think that would be funny, but that would be hilarious. I'm gonna do that one next year also. Damn, I gotta stop giving these away. They'll forget by then. But yeah, I just thought of it because I looked at my pillows. But you replace their pillows with a sack of something: potatoes, carrots, not flour, because that's just mean. Then there's going to be flour everywhere and they'll be pissed. I would be pissed. That's a good one. Prank idea number next. Prank idea number next. If you can get a hold of their phone or iPad or anything that has like a protective case on it, you flip the case around every single chance you get. Or you just swap it with another case. That's a yeah. You swap it with another case, and then they're just gonna be looking for their phone all day. It would be so funny. It's mean, but it's funny. Or if you're like me, I have a roommate who hates Twizzlers. I put Twizzlers in her room all the time because it's really funny. Not like actual Twizzlers, but like the ones that are wrapped, like the little wrapped ones. I hide those in her room all the time. So you could just hide that stuff in their room. But then on April Fool's Day, you go crazy and you just get like 50 Twizzlers. You cut them all into little pieces and you just put them all over the room. I Either in bags or not. If they're gonna pick them all up, then it's fine. But that would be really funny. Um, I'm running out of ideas, so this is going to be the end of this section. But yeah, if you have prank ideas that you think would be funny for me to do next year, put them in the comments because I will listen. I love pranking people. It's very fun. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so I have three stories for today. Or I guess four actually, three and a half. But before I do that, I'm gonna grab this prop. This is my new bag. I've always carried around a backpack, and I always wear it on one shoulder. So I decided to get a messenger bag. It's really nice. It fits over my shoulder, and I look cool in it. It fits my style. So I have that to carry all my stuff around to class. So that's exciting. And now to get into the stories. So before I get into the stories, I just want to say I don't script my videos. So if I stumble over my words, that's just me genuinely trying to talk. I'm really bad at talking. So it makes it more fun, I think, more genuine. But so to get into the first story, it just happened on Sunday. So it's like Sunday, 2 o'clock, and the background for it is I have a friend at school. I'm gonna keep her name a secret because she didn't say I could use it. I didn't ask, but I'm not gonna. So she asked me. She has a friend who's like a film major, um, and she asked if I wanted to be an extra in one of the movie scenes. So Tuesday, I head down. Not Tuesday, Sunday. I head down to the place we're shooting the movie, and that was pretty fun. We all sat around, had a house party. So there will be me in a movie just hitting the Millie Rock in the background, and it was really fun. I had a great time meeting everybody. So yeah, I think movie shoots are fun. If you ever have the option to go to one, you definitely should. Uh, the people there usually are pretty chill. We were there for like 2 hours ish. I think I was there till about 4, and then yeah, everybody there was super chill, super fun to be around. We were shooting. I don't really know what the movie was about. I didn't actually ask, but it seemed like it was like a horror movie. But I will talk about it next year when it comes out, and I can actually watch it because it looked cool. Everybody there, the actors were really good. The main actress, she was great. I always laugh when I'm on camera, so it was a good thing that we were acting like it was a house party, so I could actually just laugh and like pretend to talk to people because it was great. Um, yeah, everyone was there. It was nice. They offered like pizza, drinks. I didn't drink anything because I'm 20, but that's okay. Don't drink; it's bad for you. Um, yeah. So that was the movie. Yeah, it was great. It was a good time. I recommend if you ever get the chance, like I said before, go. You'll meet some cool people, and you might have a good time. You never know. Um, but that's it for story number one. Now, for story number two, this happened yesterday during the day and a little bit later at night. I'm going to kind of skip around a little bit for time wise, but my roommate Kaylee, she's currently working on a project for one of her classes where she has to take like an old film and dub over it and re-edit it. So copyright free film. So like I don't remember what the whole project was about, but she chose like an old, I think it's an anime, like a Transformers movie. So we were scrolling through like clips and stuff to use. And I'm the main voice actor in it. I get to voice like multiple characters. And it's very fun because I have a large range of characters that I can do voice wise. I will not be doing it today because no, that's cringe. But it's very fun. And I probably will do them on stream or in videos at some point, but not today. Um, I'm a method actor. I get into things. So I'm sitting around the house talking in my anime protagonist voice all day because that's who the main character is. An overly cocky, you know, glasses pushing anime character who pretends to just be that the whole time. And the half of the plot is that that's just not who he is. It's really funny. His girlfriend gets mad at him the whole time for talking like that, even though his grandfather, who is the king of the moon, um, is in on it. Like everybody's in on it, but her. It's just really funny. So I also voiced the grandpa, and I get to use my old man voice, which is hilarious. And we had to do many retakes because we all started laughing. We're fighting the IRS, so hearing an old man yap about the IRS and hackers is always a great time. So we get to one scene in particular. The main character needs to be out of breath. So instead of talking for 10 minutes like I am now and being out of breath, I decided to run around our apartment complex. Well, village townhouse area. I'm not doxing myself. So I live in an area with houses. That's all I'm going to say. But so I decided to run around the entire area and run back in out of breath and then record the lines after having ran because I thought that was a good idea. And it was. Turned out great, I think. But no, it was a great time. I had fun with that. She actually recorded me running. Didn't know that until I got back, but it was fun. I'm excited. I get to record more lines for tomorrow, I think. Yeah, tomorrow. So I might have story for that. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Yeah. Okay. I'll cut that part out. But yeah, it was good. All right, time for the third story. This one is probably the best one of the entire bunch, in my opinion. Um, Last night I went to the store because I wanted grilled cheese for dinner and I didn't have the stuff to make it. So I went to just our local grocery store and I bought food. So on the way back, I drive a nicer car. I have a BMW. So people tend to be mad when I'm not driving very fast. So I'm on the way back from the store, and I need to preface I live near a city, not like a big city, but a city nonetheless. So I'm in the city, like the downtown area, a little bit farther. I see this guy. He's in, I don't know, I think it was a Nissan. I'm not gonna say what kind of car, but it was a Nissan. And he's driving down the road next to me. And sorry, I got a notification on my watch. But he's driving down the road next to me and we both pull up to the stoplight. He had passed me before and then pulled up to the light next to me and he started revving his engine. So I look over at him and he looks over at me and just starts revving his engine. And I'm like, this guy wants to drag race me. So now, me being who I am, I've already gotten 2 tickets before. I'm not getting another one. I just got them all off my license not that long ago. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to race this guy. Well, light turns green. He starts booking it down the road. Speed limit's 30. He was probably going 45, if I had to guess. He's going crazy. So I'm like casually speeding up, like, yeah, I'm just not doing this. So about 4 or 5 lights down, we're more in the downtown area now. I see a cop pulling a car off to the side road, and I'm like, I wonder who that was. So I go and I'm driving past and I go, that's the car that tried to drag race me. Dude tried to drag race me, and then he ended up getting pulled over. And it was just hilarious. It was perfect karma. I was like, that's what you get for drag racing in the middle of a city, you know? I can't say I wouldn't participate in a race. It would be a legal one, not a drag race in the middle of a town during, like I don't know, 7:30 at night. It was busy. There were a lot of people. But he got pulled over by a state trooper, and I thought it was actually hilarious. So, moral of the story, don't drag race. And if you do, don't do it in a populated area. Go to an airstrip or rent out a racetrack. Don't get tickets. You lose your license. And they're expensive, trust me. I know. But yeah, that's all for that one. I told my roommates and they thought it was hilarious. But yeah, and also drag just racing is dangerous, especially going so fast down like city roads. Especially people where I live will just cross those roads all the time, even if they're not allowed to. um I don't always follow traffic laws. That's a lie. I always follow traffic laws. But just be careful when you're driving, especially at night in crowded areas, and don't go 50 in a 30. That's just a great way to lose your license and possibly kill somebody. So don't do that, please. Yeah, that's all. Next story time. All right. So my final story for the night is kind of just like a shorter one, but I have been trying to work out more. It's fun. I like it. I like our gym here. We have a nice gym. Kind of small, but so I've been trying to work out, and I had never really done like bench press before. So the other night, I'm working out with my gym partner, my roommate, and she's doing her thing, and I decide, I'm gonna bench press a weight that I like never even attempted before. I think I've used the bench press probably 3 times my entire life, if that. So I said, yeah, the highest I know I can do is about 100 pounds. Let's see how high I can go. So I'm out getting stuff set up for the bench press, whatever, and I look over. She's wearing her headphones. She doesn't hear me. So I didn't know that. I didn't know she couldn't hear me. I thought she only had one headphone on. So I go, yo, if I die, please pull this bar off of me. I don't want to die under a bench press. That's embarrassing. So I get under there and I start lifting, you know. I think I started at like 95 because I was like, I can definitely get that. So I just kept going up and up. Eventually, I got to 135, right? And now I get down, I do it, everything. She's finally, like, she's done with her stuff at this point. So she's waiting, watching to make sure I don't die. And I say to myself, okay, let's get my rep in. One rep. That's all I was trying to do, 135. So I get my one rep, and it did not look good. Professional bodybuilders would not have been proud of that. Form was fine, but I was shaking like a 2005 Honda Civic trying to go 200 miles an hour on the highway. I was shaking. So I get it. I get the rep up, and I say to myself, now what's the smartest thing to do here? Probably to re-rack the weight and be done. Yeah, no, I didn't do that. I went for another rep. This one was way smoother. I actually did way better on the second one. But yeah, so that was fun. Um, I like working out. I like hitting PRs. It makes me feel good. So I guess a word of caution. I also had like safety bars on so that if it did drop, it wouldn't have actually killed me. I need to preface that. Be safe in the gym. That is the most important thing you can do. Safety's first. Especially when you're moving weights that are 70% of your body mass or more. Um, please don't do what I do. I'm a professional idiot, so don't recreate the stuff I do ever. Especially, I didn't say it the other day. Don't cut watermelons with swords. You will get hurt. I did not because I'm lucky. Don't be like me. But yeah, um, hit PRs. That's fun, but be safe when you do it. And always, if you don't have safety bars, always have a spotter because if I didn't get that up and I was by myself, that would have been an issue. So just be safe, please. But that about wraps up the stories, unless I can think of another one later. If I do, I'll probably edit this part out where I say that I'm thinking of new ones. But if not, I'm going to keep this whole part in because I think that's funny. So if this is the end of the video, then peace out, guys. I'll probably see you next Tuesday unless I genuinely do nothing. That's not true. I will see you guys next Tuesday. I'm going to see the Minecraft movie on Friday. So I will have stories to tell about that. I have some crazy predictions and I want to see if they happen. Um, but yeah, if I don't see you guys next Tuesday, if I don't see you guys next Tuesday, I'll see you next Tuesday. And that is all. Peace out and don't blow up cars. I don't know. That's my outro now. Don't blow up cars.